Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is David Walker. I'm the director of the Small Business Development Center in Redding. We cover Shasta County and Trinity counties in California. The SBDC offers no-cost confidential advisory services for entrepreneurs and small business owners. We also do workshops and webinars like these, almost always for free. Sometimes we have to charge a little bit so that we can feed you lunch, although we won't be feeding very many lunches on webinars, I guess. But all of our services are paid for by the state of California and the U.S. Small Business Administration. So this is your tax dollars at work, and thank you for paying those tax dollars. And at this point, I'll turn it over to Lani. Your presenter here is Lani Lott, and we'll let her take it from there.
Thank you, David. Okay, I went ahead and started my video so you can see that there is an actual person here on the other end of the PowerPoint presentation tonight. And thank you for joining me. We're going to be talking about Facebook Boost and ads and campaigns and ad sets. Oh my. So it's going to be a robust hour and 15 minutes, a lot of information to cover. And so I really appreciate you taking the time tonight to join us. So there's my agenda for the evening webinar. We're going to have introductions. We're going to have an overview of Boost, ads, and campaigns. Then I'm going to talk about best practices, and then talk in a little bit more deeper dive into setting up an effective Facebook campaign. So I hope that by the end of tonight's webinar, you'll have a clear understanding of these terms, what they can do maybe for your business if you haven't tried any Facebook ads or campaigns because you just haven't had time, or the resources, which I know are thin right now, but still I'm hoping that this will kind of help you get a better understanding of how this paid advertising works in the Facebook platform. So before we get going and I start running through my webinar, about me, I know a few of you already from being on some past webinars, but I am a Small Business Development Center advisor for the Shasta-Cascade Center, and I am also a self-employed consultant. My consulting practice focuses on downtown and economic revitalization, as well as small business advising. I have 20 years owning and operating my small business, LL Consulting, with about 30 years in the industry. So I always like to have folks who are when I do a live workshop, go around and introduce themselves, tell me their role in their business, the type of business that you're in, and how many years you've been in business. So it helps me get an idea of who my audience is. So if you could take a moment and find your chat box that is in that bar that is on the bottom of your screen. If you don't see the chat, hit the more with the 3 buttons and you should see chat. Click on that and just type in there whenever you're ready. Your name will already pop up, so just your business, what type of business it is, and your role. I see Linda's joined us again. Hi, Linda. So great to have you back again. She's a fabulous advisor with our center, and I always enjoy when colleagues join. Hi, Marlene, a new entrepreneur, affiliate blogger. Hi, Marlene. Nice to see you, or see your name. Serena, I have a lingerie store in San Francisco. Oh, very fun. Pink Bunny, what a great name. And David is our director. He's a great director. We're so happy to have him with us. And then Jen. Jen is a consultant to nonprofit organizations, and she provides grant writing, communication, and technology. Nice variety. Hi, Nancy, welcome. Oh, Nancy, yes, I see One Thing Ranch in Lewiston. She has Argentina llamas and alpacas. Nice to have you join us, Nancy. Okay, quite a variety. Destiny with the, oh, nice to see you back. Shasta County Arts Council. They're a small nonprofit assisting local artists. So we have a few organizations, an entrepreneur, a couple businesses. So this is going to be a nice mix. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead. I will take questions at the end. So if you have a question, hold on to the end, or you can type it in the chat box, but I won't answer it till the end because I kind of want the flow to go to the end on this webinar, because hopefully maybe some of your questions would be answered by the time we got to the end of it. So I'm going to talk about the overview of Facebook paid marketing tools. Of course, quite a bit on Facebook is at no cost to business owners. Again, we're talking about your business Facebook page that you access through your personal page. We're not talking about anything personal. We're talking all about business. And so a lot of things that you can do with your Facebook business page are at no cost to you. Your content that you push out is at no cost to you. You just have to create it. All of the features that they provide to give you a robust presence on the web through Facebook at no cost to you. You can upload pictures, you create videos, they all sit there for your customer base, your followers to access. And Facebook, as you know, is a two-way engagement. Unlike a website where you push people to your website, there's no interaction with that two-way unless you have an e-commerce site. It is a one-way portal. With Facebook, it is intended to be real-time, engaging, two-way conversations or two-way engagement with your customer base. So the paid Facebook aspects of your business page are where you invest your resources in reaching and broadening either your brand awareness, you're wanting to navigate, push more people to your website to make a purchase or schedule with you for an appointment, to learn more about your business, to get leads, and actually to be able to actually shop from your business page. So there's a lot of benefit that comes into investing in paid Facebook boost or ads or ad campaigns. So I wanted to talk about boost posts first, because this really is where most people are aware of. And if you are an organization like the Arts Council or the nonprofit, you probably have boosted events. And a lot of organizations that have business organizational pages use that feature quite a bit. They create the event and then they may boost it out to an audience, to a demographic, to a area where they want to promote that the event is happening. Businesses use the event boost also, or use the event feature in a business Facebook page and then boost it if they're having a grand opening, if they're doing a special promotion and they're inviting folks over to their website for a live right now, for to the website for a live demonstration or a virtual event. And Facebook is using events for the virtual to invite folks to virtual events while we're going through this stay-at-home order. So the boosted posts are quite common in, and they are about ads that you create from post on your Facebook page. You've already posted content, whether it was a text post with a photo, a video, or you posted an event. So it's something that it's one of your posts that you've created that has gone into the news feed of your folks that are following you or their friends that are following them. So boost posts are a little less complex than the Facebook ads and are easier to get a handle on if you've used your Facebook's news feed. Unlike an ad, a boosted post is simply a regular Facebook post that you pay to reach a wider audience. This ensures that your post is seen by a larger number of users or seen more often by users who are likely to engage with your content. And thanks to Facebook Ad Manager, you will be able to target your audience with your boosted post in the same way that you target your ads. This makes the boosted post feature especially useful if you're producing newsfeed content that appeals to a specific demographic. Facebook boosted posts have one key benefit over Facebook ads. It's that it provides free audience research. That means that most brands boost posts that have already had high audience engagement, making it possible to boost those posts that they know perform well with their audience. So that's the biggest difference between a boosted post and a Facebook ad. So I'm going to show you where to go and find those boosted post and you may have already been on there. If you look a lot into your insights, you'll see your post feature, and then you'll see those boosted. And sometimes Facebook will even pop something in your newsfeed that says this post is performing better than a certain percentage, or is a high performing post. Would you like to boost it? That's what they're saying. They're asking, would you like to invest some dollars in boosting this high performing post to a broader audience? So if the best practices for boosting a post is that so the ultimate goal for most businesses is to gain more clients and grow your profits, right? So boost a post that sends people directly to a landing page that's optimized for promoting a product or service. So often you're wanting in your post on your Facebook business page, you're talking about a certain product or service. You're demonstrating how to use the product or service. You're doing a live video about how to use the product or service in that post. And it goes out into the news feed, and then it's very well received. And a lot of folks are clicking on it, liking it, sharing it, commenting it. That's what brings up the engagement. That's what brings it up as a high performing post. No landing page. If you have no landing page, you may want to start with brand awareness. Try boosting an educational or entertaining post with a video, image, or link to your website or blog. Facebook allows you to select an objective in the boost post window. The objective is different depending on the type of content you're posting. If you boost a video, you can choose to get more people to watch the video or try to connect and chat with potential customers. If your content is great, people will naturally engage with it. Like it, click it, share it, comment. Helping your website gain more traffic and recognition. Setting a clear goal can also help you write an effective call to action and measure the success with your efforts. So boost a post that's performing well. Engagement rate is a better indicator of whether the content was interesting to people than reach, which measures visibility in a user's feed. Think about it. Are you more likely to click on posts with 2 likes or those with 28 likes, 44 shares, and 8 comments? It's just natural for us to go and see, well, what is so interesting about this high-performing post that's in this feed, my feed? It has, 44 shares. It must be really important, must have something interesting to say. And so we're more likely to click on that post, read about it, and then share it with our friends. To know which content is performing well, use the Facebook Insights platform, and I'm going to show you that in a slide in a minute. Then go to the Business Manager and click Insights and see all your posts. Then they are sorted by date, and you can't change that, but you can click up on the right-hand corner, and I'll show you that in a minute, reactions, comments, and shares. And you're going to look for the post that has the highest engagement. Another thing to keep in mind is don't run the same boost for too long. Facebook says that even boosts that were initially very successful tend to decline in performance if you run them for more than a week. So here is I'm not going to go live on the back end of my Facebook page for this, but up here on the left-hand side, up on the top across your bar, you'll see Insights. So you click on Insights, and then you come down. The navigation bar after you click on Insights will show you where your posts are. And then you hit Post. And then this will show you by order of date how your posts are performing. Now, this is not my not my business Facebook page. This is one of my clients that I manage their business Facebook page. It's a nonprofit, and I manage their post. And so we posted this one content. It was about a program in Arizona that welcomed their first executive director, and it went crazy. 778 reached 778 folks, had quite a bit of engagement. And so there, that would be one that if that organization wanted to boost it and spread it out to a larger audience, that would be the natural one to do. And then I'm going to show you what it actually, so when you click on, you want to boost this, then your ad shows up. And then you can navigate down the left-hand side here, the different ways to look at the audience, to figure out when you want it, how much you want to spend. But this would be the post that would be boosting. So when you're going and you're going to now suddenly boost this, you want to pick the right audience, and you can look at the audience just like when you boost an event. If you boosted an event, you're very familiar with this feature. It's the same for boosting a post. You want to pick the audience, demographics, by location, by interest. Do you want to invite people to like your page? Do you want to experiment with different kinds of posts? So you preview your post before boosting, and then you can analyze your boost. So invite people to like your page, to grow your fan base, or to grow the folks that are following you. Invite the people who've liked your boosted post to like your page too. You can do that with a click on the like icon of your post. Send invites from the window that pops up. Do this for every boosted post, and you might increase your followers count faster. Different kinds of content. Successful, try boosting different kinds. Evergreen content, always relevant, is great for boosting, but don't be afraid to boost a timely post either. For example, a well-produced native video, or a video that you created, can drive more engagement than a photo or a link. Videos perform better overall on most social media platforms, but they are usually more difficult and take a little more time to produce. I know right now we're seeing a lot of businesses trying to produce videos, but if you are in the shelter in place, you don't have that ability to be in your shop, or to be out on the street, or to be at an event and be able to create that rich organic video. Tinker with different audiences and durations as well. You could try creating different types of ads. If you want to attract more people to your website, create. We're talking a little bit about ads here, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But preview your post, of course. You'll need to take some time to thoroughly review your objective, your target market, your budget and duration, and even your credit card. You want to make sure that the right one is selected. Make sure that your post is error-free, all the links work, and then you can want to make sure that it looks okay on your desktop, your mobile, and even in Instagram previews. So this is the last chance to edit your copy or your boost before it goes live. There are ways to change it, but it becomes a little complicated, and it kind of can confuse the audience. So you want to just make sure that you kind of take time, look at everything, play around with the demographics. You can do it by zip code, you can do it by miles. Are you trying to reach folks that are within your primary target market, or are you looking for folks that maybe when you come back to start to reboot and you are dependent upon visitors to come to your area, you may want to boost a post inviting them to stop when they come back to your community. And you may know where those visitors are from zip codes that you've collected when they've stopped in your place of business or purchase products and services from you. So you may want to then announce in a post that your new hours, what time you're going to be able to be open, what day, and you may want to invite, according to those zip codes, those folks to come back with a specific post that you are creating with maybe a personal live video of you talking about all of the support and thanking everyone during this time, excited to get back into your place of business, and make sure that you stop by and say hi if you're in the area. Something along that line could be a really very effective post. It's going to be interesting once we start to slowly reopen. And we don't know what that really looks like, but I'm an optimist, so hopefully sooner than later. And we don't know what all of our activity is going to be on in our Facebook platforms or any of our social media platforms. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to change. I've barely been watching over the last 6 weeks what's coming through my personal news feed, or what in terms of the businesses pages that I follow. And they're far and few between. A lot of restaurants are pushing out, but if they're not, it's not as robust and flowing heavily like it was prior to the shelter in place. So now we're going to move into the more detailed aspect of Facebook, and these are Facebook ads. And with Facebook ads, you control most of its features: the ad creativity, the audience, the budget, the durations, the placements. So unlike a post that you've already created with a content and pushed out of your Facebook business page, an ad is something you're going to create. And it's going to be a specific ad for a specific reason, for a specific goal that may be a little different than your boosted content that you're pushing out or investing in. I know it gets a little crazy. It's kind of hard to explain. So some users find it hard to tell the difference between a Facebook ad and a regular post, and it's really always easy to know what is a ad versus just a content post or a Facebook post, because over here on the right hand side where we see Visit Las Vegas, you'll see the sponsored, and that means it's a paid ad or a boosted post that it is paid for. If it's just a post that's coming through from the business creating the content and just posting it out regularly through their your news feed, through their news feed into your news feed, it will not have that sponsored on that. And I chose this one for Las Vegas because there are not a lot of sponsored ads that are coming in from just, everyday businesses. I have a lot from Chase Bank and a few from some, couple software companies, but Visit Las Vegas I thought was a good one to talk about, or just to use as a demonstration placeholder in my PowerPoint. So the ad creative, you decide what you want people to see in your ad. This can include text, images, videos, or slideshows. You can also add a call to action button that encourages people to go to something specific, like send message or shop now. On this one for Visit Las Vegas, it is a video. There's a little sound thing way down in the right hand corner, and we wanted to learn more. So they want the call to action to learn more. So this video talks about hang like you're in Vegas. It's a virtual virtual video, and then you learn more about what's going on in Las Vegas right now, which isn't much. Audience, choose who should see your ad. You can create your own audience based on age, gender, interest, and more. Facebook creates and improves your audience from a combination of details, like people near your business location or people who have interests related to your page. Budget, of course, important piece. The amount you pay is up to you. I like that. You can select a pre-populated budget or a set custom amount. Some ads may require a minimum budget to generate results, but they let you know. So depending on how large your audience is, what you want them to do, or how small your audience is, they'll recommend that $1 isn't going to cover it. Maybe $5 will get you some engagement, some likes, some web site presence, so that they will help you determine by what you choose as far as your audience and what you're trying to dial and define your ad to. And if it's too refined, that the amount that you're willing or wanting to invest isn't enough, they're going to let you know that. But they never just grab it and say, okay, we're done, now the ad's going to run. It's always with you selecting that button that says promote or boost, and until then, nothing happens. You're all in control. Duration, you'll set the amount of time you want your ad to run. You can choose from a particular duration, example 7 days, or set a custom end date. And then finally, placements, which you don't really get too much with your boosted posts, but with ads, represent where will your ad appear. Based on the type of ad you create, you may want the placement on a desktop news feed. You may want it in an Instagram feed or a messenger inbox. Facebook recommends having your ad appear in all placements, but you can unselect any of those for whatever reason. The biggest difference between Facebook ads and regular posts are the variety of options. Facebook ads offer a range of analytic options, offering several different ways brands can track engagement and define their campaign goals. Facebook ads offer highly specific targeting options, allowing you to target ads to users by all of the criteria that I mentioned above. And then it also has a richer formatting option than just your post or even your boosted post, with options for carousel ads, slideshow ads, canvas ads, and much more. Options that collect leads, direct users to your website, and then promote your products and services. So to find, to go and start to create an ad, I'm just going to talk a little bit about creating an ad before I go into specific campaigns, ad sets, and ads, because you can just create an ad and send it out there without having to do a specific campaign or an ad set and get way deep into all of those features that the advertising manager or the ads manager or Facebook advertising infrastructure has for you. So I'm going to just talk a little bit on this, and then we'll go deeper into the whole complex of the advertising infrastructure of Facebook. So to create a Facebook ad, there's two ways the best way to get there is to, up here on the left-hand side, you can see I'm on LL Consulting, that's my business, and up there on Insights, just the same place where we found Post. So you hit Insights, and then it dropped down into that navigation tab, and that first one right at the top, because Facebook, they would like you to invest in some ads. It's right there, easy for you to find. You click on that, And then it takes you to the second page, or the second window, which is on the right-hand side, and that's where you create your ad. Now, what it's showing you is a snapshot of my advertising summary. And as you can see, I haven't done much in paid advertising or paid ads on Facebook. In fact, I don't think my consulting business has ever done them. I do them a lot for my clients that I manage their Facebook pages, but not too much for myself. I realized that today when I was looking at my own behind the scenes business page, thinking, maybe I should invest in a Facebook ad or boost one of my high performing posts. So you may see that come into your newsfeed if you follow my business page. So anyways, get off that tangent. So we have over here on the right hand side, then you would click either up at the top, create ad, or create ad, any place where it's going to send you to another window or another area that is really something that, if you want to learn more about that, of creating an ad, that's highlighted in blue too. So you click on that create ad, and then that takes you to this page on the left-hand side, which is where you choose what you want to do, what you're creating your ad to help your business with. Do you want to boost a post? Same message for boosting comes here too. Boost an Instagram post, get more messages, promote your page, promote your business locally, get more people to contact you, get more website visitors, get more leads. And there's actually under here, there's a few more, and there's 15 different options. There's under these 7, then deeper, there's different objectives that go under that. So this is where it's real important for you to think through, what is my goal for my Facebook ad? What am I trying to do? And you kind of want to think this all through, get some ideas, think of your budget. Again, we're all about goals and objectives, and your social media platform, your Facebook business page, is one of your tools in your toolbox, your marketing toolbox, for you to then decide that you want to take some of your precious resources and invest in promoting your business, whether that's leading people to your website where you may have your e-commerce site, or you may want them just to learn more about your business, or you want to actually get leads, or you just want to promote your page. You want to grow your page. You want more folks to go to your Facebook business page so they can learn more about your business, and then a call for action. So on the right-hand side, I created promote your page. And so what pops up is actually the ad creative. Now it's showing my cover page, my cover photo there, and my text, and you can change all of this. This can all be changed. And so I'm not going to go deep into this right now, because once I start flipping through it in real time, we get kind of confused, and without you there in real time to answer questions in person, I may lose a few of you. So I would just recommend that you follow these steps, get in there, look at the difference between boosting a post, seeing where your high performing boosts are. You may want to invest $5, $25 just to send out to your demographic area close to where your business is, with some kind of, message, whether it's a live video from you or a post talking about your products and services that they can purchase from you now with curbside or delivery. Or you may want to play with the ad and just take some of this time, when we have a little bit more time on our hands, to kind of go through the process. You are not charged anything till you hit that promote. So don't feel like you're gonna, accidentally put it out there and it's not completed or anything. They give you lots and lots of time to look at it, think about it, edit it. Sometimes you may want to if you have a lot of text, or you're doing, want to maybe put that in your spell check, or it's not spell checked right in your, when you actually do promote it or boost it, it's always kind of embarrassing, and it's hard to go back there and edit it. Unlike, you can still edit content when you post just a post, but once you boost that post, you can't edit it. So just in closing, before we move on to campaigns, ad sets, and ads, oh my, I just wanted to kind of I saw this from this agency, and this just really kind of put it in a infographic. It's what they call these things, infographics, choosing a boosted post over Facebook ads. So boosted posts are those high-performing posts that you created and sent out through your news feed, and they are used, and if you want to boost that post, it's used for getting more page likes, comments, shares, and brand awareness. Sometimes boosted content is just about to keep your name, your brand, your shop, your business in the marketplace by using through Facebook, your business Facebook page. Ads are more targeted for maybe app installs, website conversions, video views, shop orders. So there's a little difference. Drive more traffic to your website, drive more traffic to your commerce, e-commerce, social commerce site, have more clicks on a video. Maybe it's an educational video, and then you ask them to purchase the book, something along that line. Okay, so this next one is, I really thought that the best way to explain this, besides me just trying to explain it without you seeing me, without me having a backdrop, I found this great YouTube. It's only very short, but it goes through and explains in pretty much detail, understandable detail, about the difference between Facebook campaigns, ad sets, and ads. And then I'm gonna, after the YouTube video, then I'm gonna come back and go into it a little deeper and go through each of the aspects. So I'm just gonna, you're gonna see my screen, so I'm just gonna get to the place where I can pull up this. I'm gonna unplug so you guys can hear it. And here we go.
If you create and run Facebook ads, it's absolutely vital to understand the Facebook ad structure between campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Facebook has structured their advertising platform to make it easy for marketers to target multiple groups of people, and also to test and run different pieces of creative. And they do this through the advertising structure. At the highest level of the advertising structure is the objective. So the objective links to a campaign. So my starting point for creating an ad is my campaign. Each campaign can only have a single objective. So if I said, well, I want to get leads and I also want to drive reach, I would have to create two separate campaigns because those each have different objectives. So one campaign, one objective. So I start with my objective. Let's say my objective is traffic, which is the ad that I'm in the process of creating. So I've set my objective, which is traffic. Once my campaign is set, so I have my campaign at the top, now I can create multiple different ad sets within that campaign. So within my campaign, I could create different ad sets. Typically, each ad set will have a different audience. So for example, I could say, again, my goal is to drive traffic to my website, but I might have different audiences. So audience 1 could be marketers, audience 2 could be job seeker, and audience 3 could be entrepreneurs. So within one objective, I can set my multiple targets. This is going to allow that campaign to reach lots of different people, but each of them will get a message that's a little more customized to them. So primarily the ad set is used to create different audiences within the process. I also, though, can control my placements, meaning do I want my ad to show up on Instagram, on Facebook, and or on the audience network. And I also can set a different budget and schedule for each ad set if I want to. So I could say, well, this target audience I only want to spend $5 on, this one I want to spend $10 on. This target audience I want to run for a month, this target audience I only want to run for 2 months. So you can make changes like that if you wanted to. For the most part, the ad set level allows you to target different people. Then below the ad set level is the ads. Here you can create multiple ads within each ad set. So my campaign is for traffic. My ad sets are marketer, job seeker, and entrepreneur. And then for each of those, I may have 3 or 4 different customized ads that I'm testing. Or I could just create one for each audience if I wanted to. If I create multiple ads within an ad set, what Facebook will do is they'll show all of the ads initially, but then they'll start to optimize and show the ads that get the best results. So for example, if my objective again is traffic, and I look at entrepreneurs as my first ad set, within that ad set, I could have 3 different ads that I'm running. And each ad would maybe have a different picture, or I could test different text. And once my campaign goes live, Facebook will automatically optimize and show the most relevant content. So the Facebook campaign structure really makes it easy to do a few things. The structure first makes it easy to reach multiple target audiences. The second thing it does is it makes it easier to test multiple creatives and see what's working best for you. By using the campaign structure fully when you create your Facebook ads, you'll find it's faster and easier to get really granular in both your targeting and to test multiple creatives than you ever thought. A good Facebook manager will leverage this to stay organized in creating their content, but also to be able to really create ads that get the best results for each specific audience.
Okay. Plug my headset back in here. Okay, so you're going to get this PowerPoint deck, and this YouTube link will be in that. So you will be able to play that back and play it back again, so you can get familiar with what this whole Facebook campaign ad sets and ads encompass. So the first area she talked about was the Facebook campaign. And the Facebook campaign is where you decide what your campaign goal or objective is going to be. And then the objective links to that specific campaign. Remember, one objective, one campaign. So in your ads manager feature, which I'm going to show you in a minute, you can have you can have every campaign is going to have its own line of ad sets and ads. So you can have a lot of different campaigns going on depending on what you're trying to do with your Facebook investment and Facebook ads. So you can choose the campaign, and over here you can see on the right-hand side, if you want awareness, brand awareness, or you want reach. Now remember, we talked about boosted post is a lot about brand awareness. So your campaign for brand awareness may include a boosted post. It doesn't mean you have to create the ad from scratch. You can use that as one of your ad sets. And then consideration, traffic, engagement, app installs. That's if you have an app and you want folks to link to it and install it and start using it. Video views, lead generation, and then messages, that's when they're talking about the direct message they want. You're going to send it out in using the messenger feature that Facebook has. And then conversions. Do you want a conversion into catalog sales, store traffic? So these are the campaign objectives. Again, one campaign per one objective. So your first place you're going to do is you're going to select one of those areas, and then you hit continue. So before you even start doing and engaging in your campaign, like I mentioned before, you want to think about your goals. Let's say you're thinking, okay, I just want to try out one campaign. I have one goal this next month, and or maybe we have 2 or 3 goals, and so each of those goals are going to have may have its own separate campaign, or you're going to roll some of those goals into one campaign, but it's going to hit those different goals with your ad set. Increase attendance at your event, generate new leads, increase the reach of your content on Facebook, again, boosted engagement for your Facebook page. These could be all different kinds of goals. So flipping back between boosted content or boosted post and Facebook ads, they work both and cross over in this area. I know, it's confusing. So to get to your ads manager, which is the feature that helps you track all of what's going on, seeing how everything's performing, setting up your ad sets, and actually helping create your ads, is called the ads manager. 2 ways to get there. First way, down in your personal page feed is Ads Manager, and it's not in your feed, excuse me, it's in your navigation tab. And so that is what I'm showing you here on the right hand side. You can click on that and it'll take you to your Ads Manager, or you can find it up here under Create, and you hit page, you hit the ad. So you go on this is LL Consulting, hit up in the bar under my personal is Create, and you get to Ads Manager. And this is what it looks like. The Ad Manager has all of the campaigns or listed there. Now, what you're seeing on my Ads Manager is because through my one of my clients that I managed, I was an administrator for their business Facebook page. It was a not-for-profit organization, and we were running an event a month. And so, and this was an actual in-person event inviting folks to come, and over an 8-month period, we did 8 different events. It was part of a Smithsonian traveling exhibit all about water. So what you're seeing in my campaign, because I created the events and then boosted them, that's what you're seeing all of these events are. It wasn't an ad set. We did one event and we boosted it, and we boosted it over a month period. So this is where everything sits, so you can see what's going on. You can create your ad sets here. You can create your ads, and then you can see how they're performing, what the engagement was, and when it ends, and how much you spent. I know, it's a lot, right? It's a lot for me, and I'm teaching it. So like I said, choose your objectives. 5 options that fall into these 3 categories. So that, you know, that after you get to your ad manager, then you're going to choose your objective, choose your campaign. 1 objective for each one campaign. So if you wanted to do awareness, promote your page, there you go. That's your campaign. So there's lots of different objectives here to select. And then each ad set you create, each ad then fine-tunes within this campaign. So the Facebook ad set is where you decide the audience, the budget, and the placement. to my notes here. Again, remember, you have your campaign, which is drive traffic to your website. And now in the demonstration YouTube, she selected 3 of her target markets that she wanted to reach. For example, for my consulting business, if I wanted to drive traffic to my website, so people know that I'm taking on clients, or I'm still there, or I'm providing some kind of live webinar down the road, or I'm going to be visiting their community, I may want to think about my different target markets and how I would create an ad set for reaching them. For example, my target markets are municipalities, which right now aren't hiring me, nonprofit organizations that focus on downtown, very thin budgets, and then businesses that may want to use my services. So those might be 3 different of my ad sets. For my municipalities, I may want to target those that I've visited in the last year, and just let them know about my ad may be around, I'm taking on new clients, or I look forward to coming back to your community once the shelter in place is lifted, that some kind of text or video or something. So you'd create it around that. So how I would promote an ad to a municipality would be different than to a downtown nonprofit organization, than to just, let's say, entrepreneurs. So here's where you create those different ad sets. So you would then think about those specific target markets or target audience that you want to drive traffic to your website, and in this Facebook ad set is where you create that. So if you can see here underneath the new campaign and then new ad set, and then the ad set comes over here, and the first ad set would probably be named city clients. And then I'm going to figure out how I would want to reach them. Well, probably not through Messenger or WhatsApp. I'm sure a few of them have Instagram. So most of my municipalities that I work for, I know they use desktop, or they use, they use that kind of type of feature. So I want to drive them to my website, and then you go through what your daily budget is, what you want to pay, and then sometimes you have a budget, sometimes it's a bidding or an auction, and then placement. Where am I going to want them to see it? Facebook newsfeed, probably, maybe Instagram, I'm not sure. I have to think about that. So this is where you would create each of those ad sets. Like she talked about 3 different markets that she wanted to reach. Here's where you would create that specific audience, and then we go to the ads. Oh, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the ad set. So define your audience and budget. So location, country, state, zip code, city, and even address, even refine and further to a mile radius. So for my municipality clients, I would say I would do zip codes, or I might even do a city. I doubt if I would do, I'd probably find City Hall and then figure out that zip code. It's a little harder when you're looking at marketing to municipalities, because that's usually City Hall and that's where they are. Let's say for my downtown clients, I may want to say, okay, in Northern California, I've worked with Lincoln, California, I've worked with Redding, I've worked with downtown Grass Valley, I've worked with Red Bluff, and so maybe I would figure out a target area around that. And then we get down into interests, behaviors, and connections. So then your budget. You can have a daily budget, it's the average you'll spend every day, or you have a lifetime budget. So for those events that we boosted, that I showed you that we boosted an event a month over a month period of time, we had a $50 budget for each event. And so we defined the areas that we were trying to target. It was about a 25-mile radius from the site of the event. We boosted that event and we had a $50 budget, and it created a lot of clicks, a lot of shares, and our attendance was pretty good for going from being a brand new event each month in a different venue in a very small rural community. So we had some good success with that $50. That was a lot to invest when you multiply that by 8, right? So for $400 investment, we felt we got really good impact with those events a month, because each event was very different, had different text, had a different picture, had a different location. So it was fresh each time it came through. The brand was, of course, the organization that was putting it on, because that was who was hosting the event. Okay, let me get back here. Oh, no. So now you're ready for your ad copy. And I know that you guys have seen ads come through your news feed because they're sponsored, right? So ad is your copy and your ad creative. You can have different ads for each ad set, or one ad for each ad set. So you can do 5 different ads for one ad set. Let's say your one client target market is really robust, and you're going to hit 5 different target markets in that one ad set, and you're going to create 5 different ways of trying to get to them. And you're going to try video, you're going to try a text, you're going to try a carousel ad, you're going to try a slideshow. You're going to really experiment. And then, like she said, Facebook tracks all of this, and they will let you know which one is highest performing, which one is actually meeting your objective. And then you can say, okay, let's stop these 2 ads and let's pump up this 4th ad because it's the one that's really driving traffic to my website. You can test multiple ads within each ad set, like I just said. And so creating your ad, there's, oh, I wanted to show you on the right-hand side here. I get so excited about this because I can. This is actually my personal news feed, and what popped up was this sponsored ad from Cube Smart Self Storage. Don't know why it popped up. Haven't been looking at self-storage, but possibly this business is located within my area, my zip code of where I live. Maybe this is a new business, a new storage unit that is within a certain radius of my zip code of where my personal Facebook is registered. So that's why it's popping up in my newsfeed. Maybe they have the demographics. Female, certain age, maybe my interest, I don't know how it popped in there, but it did. And I knew it was sponsored because right underneath it, it says sponsored. Well, they want you to click on it to learn more. When I clicked on it, it goes right to their website, and then right on their cover website page, it says rent a self-storage unit. So this is telling me that they have units for sale or units for rent. So this was one example of an ad. So create your ad in 2 ways. You can use an existing post, which we talked about, and then you can create a new one. Again, choose your placement, place your order. This is an example. LinkedIn came into my newsfeed. This is a sponsored ad, and it's, set your sales team up to win. Watch a demo of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So you click on that, learn more, and then the video comes on to see the demo, encouraging you to either purchase that or boost up or increase your LinkedIn membership. Let me go back. So the ways that you can create your ads, you can have images or video, a headline, the body text, and where your ad will be displayed on Facebook. For the text, you get 90 characters to share a quick message that will appear above your image or video. So if you look at that image or that ad, you get 90 characters in a quick message to capture that audience's attention right there. So again, like we talked regarding captions right now and sensitivity to our social media content we're pushing out with the COVID-19, here's where captions are really important for capturing attention with your paid Facebook ads. If you use an existing post for certain types of advertising, such as boosting posts, you can create your ad using an existing post that's already been shared on your Facebook page. And then to do this, you use existing post option from your Facebook Ads Manager. Remember back on that where you have your that long piece where you track everything. From there, you can choose which page you'd like to select a post from and pick an individual post from that page. A little different than just boosting that post. Let's say you had a high-performing post a couple months ago and now you want to send it out as a sponsored ad. You don't just want to boost it again. You want to change the audience. You want to do a little bit more, change the caption. Creating a new ad. If you'd like to create a new ad from a blank canvas and Facebook walks you through every process, the first task is to select the format you'd like to use for the ad. Facebook ad looks slightly different depending on the results you want. Facebook currently has 5 different formats, and I mentioned that carousel, you create an ad with 2 or more scrollable images or videos. A carousel, so it's kind of like a rotating, the ad pops in or the video pops in and another video pops in. Single image, create up to 6 variations of using one image. Single video. Slideshow, where you can create a looping video with up to 10 images. And then a canvas tells a more immersive story by combining images and videos. So again, this is where the creative part of you comes out, because we all know we're creating ads, right? We're all creating that for our business. So this is where you can really kind of think about what you want your ad to do. You might want to first of all step out and just do something really simple so you get used to the ads manager infrastructure, but it's all there for you to then get more creative, much like that Visit Las Vegas page did. Start looking at some of the sponsored ads that are coming your way and just see how they're positioning themselves. You might want to go on to one of your competitors, who I also call my colleagues, Facebook page and see if they've done some ads, or like their page and see what kind of ads are coming in on their business page. Once the format is selected, you need to add the content to your ad, the images or the video and the copy. This part is incredibly important to making your ad stand out within Facebook or Instagram feeds. If your ad's going to be successful, you want your image and your copy, of course, to be enticing enough to make people to click. Yeah. So if you are one of those businesses that has applied for the Paycheck Protection Plan because you have some employees that are laid off or at home and they're working part-time and you want to bring them back on for more hours, but you're still in a shelter in place and we haven't reopened yet, maybe one of them can help you with some creating part of this ad for your business. Now you got to let them be an editor or an administrator. You've got to allow them into the back end of your business page. You can always take them off, but if you have a creative person on your staff, give them a little bit of guidelines, tell them what you want and see what they can come up with, see what they might create. If, you know, as business owners, we always think, as the owner of the business, we always think we have to do everything. And sometimes that's not our highest strength, is being an ad creator. I know it's not mine. I love to teach it and I'm really creative in my mind, but when it gets down to actually, you know, doing it and following through, I just don't have the time because I'm too busy doing other parts of my business. So I could give direction to my staff and I could see what they want to create, especially if you have some, you know, generation X or Z on your staff and they're very comfortable with navigating the social media platforms. You might want to kind of test it out. Again, it always comes back to any social media platform. When we're talking Instagram or Facebook, is content, content, content. So scrub through some of your videos, some of your photos that you have, your images that you have sitting on your Facebook page. See if you have some high quality images or a video that you might want to kind of push out there in a less expensive ad, but you kind of want to just play with it. And then as you slowly get more comfortable, invest more. I would challenge every business right now to try to take a video of you welcoming folks back to your business, to your place of business, why you're sitting and having a little bit of idle time, and record it, whether it's through your iPhone or your Zoom, and you record yourself and welcoming folks, talking about it. Have maybe some of your employees that are sheltered at home that are still on your payroll, do a couple recordings and welcoming, so you have that content so you can push it out, even as if it's just going to be a post, even if you're just going to embed it on your website or you're going to link folks through your email, but that personal welcome back is going to be highly impactful. So then after you created your ad, now you choose the placement where you want that to show up. And you can choose your locations where it will appear. It can appear on Facebook's mobile news feed, desktop news feed, and in the right column. You can also create it to appear in Instagram because, as you know, good old Facebook bought Instagram, so they own it. So you can actually use it to your benefit if you have an Instagram business page too. And you can really leverage your investment in these two social media platforms. And then the last step is place your order. So in finishing, I always want to touch, especially now, strategies for your Facebook advertising during the COVID-19. So first of all, it's an opportunity while people are still, while there are still some key business reasons why you should want to keep your Facebook ad campaigns active during this time. It's important to consider how your brand will be perceived by the audience as a result. Given this, we highly recommend that businesses or brands consider changing their messages or offers in order to serve people as opposed to hard selling at this stage. You can still sell through your Facebook ads. Absolutely. Just needs to be a little more gentle, a little bit more looking at where people may be in this time, this shelter in place. I'm using an example of Tom's. Tom's, I'm a follower of Tom's. I purchase Tom's. I don't purchase online. I actually purchase them in a store if I can, but I have purchased them online. A lot more variety than what you get in the store. And their messaging for purchasing is about you want to give your slippers a break. Okay, everybody is in their slippers, right? Because we're at home and people can't see ourselves from the waist down. I'm barefoot right now. I'm not wearing slippers because I'm stuck in Phoenix and it's 105 today, so no slippers, bare feet. But Tom's knows that there's a lot of folks that are working from home and might be in a much more comfortable in their slippers. So they're pushing out a little bit higher step up of slippers. So this may be where you might want to think about some of your products and services, and just changing the messaging and the content. Some businesses have stopped altogether with advertising, and many are just changing their approach. So you just want to think about maintaining the balance between business needs and, of course, this very uncertain time we're in that nobody saw coming. I was talking to my daughter today, and she was talking about her business Facebook page, and I'm like, you know, nobody was prepared. One day we were business as normal, and the next day it was like everything shut down. We didn't have a slow decline. We didn't have time to prepare. So it really has taken us by surprise. So we just are very sensitive to that. Stay consistent in your Facebook engagement, post, ads, or both during COVID-19. I know that it's hard to think about content that you want to push out, that you're sensitive during this time. You may not have the ability to have fresh organic content every day. Think about it every 3 days or every other day. You can't go out and go to your shop and create and stage something if you cannot get to your shop. So it's a little bit more difficult. Again, sharing a post is fine. I'm not big on a lot of businesses continually just using the share feature, but now is a time where you may want to share another business that is able to still deliver. For example, a restaurant is still open. Maybe they're a colleague business of yours, or they are located next door to you in a storefront. So share their post that they're talking about what their special is for that day. Always write something above that share. That could be content that you are posting during this time. Brand awareness with your online audience. If you're able to, and you can plan out your ads in advance, this is a time when people will be looking for content to consume. Content should evolve around the value your products or services provide and how it will benefit them during this time. I'm seeing a lot of puzzles. I'm seeing a lot of content right now with businesses that have the social commerce or e-commerce sites with Mother's Day coming out. Those ways to have that Mother's Day gift sent. My daughter was telling me that lives in California, that she is going to be ordering all of her May gifts to support her business that she loves down in her downtown. She's going to do her Mother's Day, her daughter's birthday, her grandmother's birthday, her aunt's birthday. She's going to go down and she's going to go online and shop and have it all shopped and support local. I love that because I'm on the receiving end of that as her mother. So I'm going to be watching for that. So you want to think about to keep your audience engaged. Shopping online during a special, promotion you're doing. If you don't do gift cards, create one online digitally. If you do have gift cards, we're seeing a lot of those being shared. Buy the gift cards now, use later. Consumers, especially your audience, your dedicated customers, want to support you through this struggling time the best way they can. Make it easy for them. Boost content. Invest a little bit in Facebook ads so they can support you, so they can purchase that gift card. Writing positive reviews online. You may want to talk about that. Go back and when, we're going to be reopening soon, but if you remember how it was when you shopped with us, go and write a review. Test new and add creative and audiences. If your business is slowed down or you're closed, you might want to take the time to test some new creative ways on a variety of audiences. Again, I know resources are tight, so don't feel like you have to. I'm just trying to give you information. When you start to reopen, you're going to be so busy that you're not going to have time to do this and take the time to dig into this stuff. So this might be the opportunity to look at it. And then live for local businesses, try Facebook Live and then taping it and then sending it out through an ad later. And then, you know, consider right now, because a lot of your competitors may be pausing their campaigns, and perhaps your digital Facebook investment will have better engagement and with the audiences that are online, because we're all online right now. If we're not streaming from the television, we're streaming and on our computers, and that's how we're really staying connected right now as we're all sheltering at home. So with that said, yes, I made it, and I still have 10 minutes to spare. Oh man, I'm getting better at this. This is a lot of information that I shared with you today and tonight. And so if you have any questions, please type it in the chat box. I'll do the best that I can. The dimensions, I have a question from Jen. Do you have recommended dimensions and specs for ad artwork? I do not, Jen. I think within Facebook, if you're talking about a Facebook ad, they're going to give you that dimensions by the nature of the way that they have the characters for the text that you can add and the image that fits in that box. If you go in there, they're going to they'll be able to provide that with you. I do not know that offhand. I am sorry, I can't answer that question very well. So if any of you have any comments, if you have a question, please feel free now to find your chat box. It is on that bar below and over those 3 dots. And I think maybe I'll just share my video so you know it's still me back here behind this presentation. Okay, I ran through that really fast. Just go on, check out Ad Manager, go on and listen to that YouTube again. Just get a little bit more comfortable with this feature that Facebook offers. Some of you listening may use it a lot. And some of you may be newbies and just wanting to start. So Nancy, we will be sending out, David will in a minute come on, and he is going to tell you, you're going to receive an email from the SBDC with the recording and my PowerPoint deck, as well as a really short, of course, survey, because we're all about surveying and customer service. And so I don't see any other questions. So David, if you wanted to take it over, I'll stop my video and let you take over and close down this tonight's webinar. And I really want to thank everyone for taking the time and going through this webinar. Not an easy one to teach when I'm not there in person, but I do hope you found some value in it, and I'll be watching for some sponsored ads from all of you coming through my news feed someday.
Thanks, Lani, and thanks everyone for participating. Lani already said what I was going to say. You'll be getting an email in the morning with a link to the video and the PowerPoint and a link to a evaluation. Please do fill out that evaluation. It helps us improve, and it helps us in our reporting to the SBA as well. And Sabine, thank you for your comment. Lani is terrific, isn't she? So at that, there's our information. You can reach us at sbdcsc.org. Send any emails to Emily, and our phone number is 530-222-8323. Thanks a lot, everybody. And with that, we'll end it, and have a good evening. Thanks.